Bitcoin continues to go down, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to show you who is actually dumping Bitcoin right now. We already know that Grayscale are dumping a lot of Bitcoin, but I do have some more information about some other whales that are dumping Bitcoin into the market at this very moment. I am going to talk about what I see happening for Bitcoin and crypto next. Also, some very telling stuff in regards to what the next major move is going to be, as BlackRock are making massive moves right now. They are becoming massive crypto degens, and yeah, a lot of information in today's video, guys. Make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. And what you can see is that yesterday, the downtrend continued and we actually broke down from the orange box right here. So this was a very strong support level and it kept us up a couple of candles here on the 4-hourly time frame, but it didn't manage to hold us up on this major. So there was a lot of selling pressure that came in on this candle here and we went below it. We retested it actually immediately towards the upside, again went down, and then we came down actually to the $61,000 orange line right here. And from this point, the bulls are now trying to take control, guys. The bulls pushed us up to 63,100 again, to the edge of the orange box. But look at this, 3 times we've dipped into the orange box from the downside, and you can see 1, 2, 3. And each of these times we have been rejected. So now the question is, did the bulls gather enough momentum from this point here at $61,000, enough momentum for us to now finally break through this point and then get above it? Because this one is a very important level, guys. If we stay below it, let's say we get a rejection here and maybe start to proceed towards the downside, well, this is going to be hard to break through, okay? So if we're going to have, a big pump towards $68,000 again, we need to break through the orange box very quickly here. So I would want to see, in order for us to have a nice bounce towards much higher prices, I would want to see a clean break above this orange box here, and it needs to happen like within the next few candles, the next 4-hourly candles. So give it 12, give it 24 hours, but I want to see us above this point. If we cannot break through this point, then I am expecting a more bearish outlook for Bitcoin for a little while longer. But overall, guys, here is the thing. Midterm, long term, I am the biggest Bitcoin bull, and you have the opportunity right now to buy Bitcoin at $62,000. Now, if you would have had that opportunity when we were at $74,000, here everyone were FOMOing, okay? Everyone was FOMOing into Bitcoin right here. But now you are, where are we? Let us take this from the top to the bottom. You have a between 15 to 17% discount you are able to get Bitcoin at. So that for me is absolutely fantastic, but it just means that when we see higher prices eventually, if you buy at these levels, then you're going to be up more eventually. So that is if you have conviction in Bitcoin. If you really believe that Bitcoin is going to go up to higher prices, then what is stopping you from buying as we're getting down lower here? Of course, don't go all in. Don't go leverage 100x at any point, because even if you are right, let's say we go up to $1 million for Bitcoin. If you go 100x leverage right here, if we just have a little bit of a dip, you will get liquidated and you will lose everything. And then as we go up, you are losing out on all of those gains. So you can still be right, but if you don't utilize good risk management, you can still get wrecked. So be careful with leverage. Do not go all in at any point, because we could go down a little bit lower, but even accumulating at these levels, this is what I am doing, and I do think we're going to see higher prices. So I am absolutely, I wouldn't say that I am too sad about this downtrend, because it just gives me the opportunity to buy a little bit lower before we see crazy pumps for Bitcoin as well. And if we go lower, I will continue to buy. So as you know, guys, full transparency on my YouTube channel. I always tell you what I am doing personally. And in fact, I show you everything I'm doing as well. And even these trading strategies, this one is down $26,000. So it has accumulated Bitcoin on the way down. I'm not worried. This is going to go up to higher prices. I've been here before, and I am so convinced that we're going to see higher prices. So I'm not too worried. And if we go down lower, no worries. I will buy more. But here's the thing. This trading strategy right now is outside of the range, so it is not trading for me anymore. So we'll have to wait until we get back into $68,500 in order for this trading strategy to start trading for me again. So let us see when that is going to happen, guys. But I will keep you updated as always. But like I said, first things first, need to break through this orange box at $63,000. Now, let's look at the longer term chart for Bitcoin. Again, this is the longer term chart. And what you can see is the halving is coming up somewhere here at the green line. We're going to have the halving. Now, already we have outperformed where I thought we were going to be in this kind of from this bottom to the top. Okay, my estimation was that we would be somewhere around $55,600, right, as we approach the halving. Now, this is a chart I have created several years ago. So far things are going pretty well. The only thing is that we outperformed. We shot up higher than I was expecting, and now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. But other than that, I am still executing according to this plan here. So that is all fine. And don't forget that if you watched my video yesterday, or if you watched my videos a couple of times during the last several weeks, you know that whenever we approach our previous all-time high, like you see right here, we went up to our previous all-time high and now we're seeing a pullback. This is the same thing we saw in 2020 as well. Okay, when we approached our previous all-time high, which was at $20,000, we approached it right here. We had a couple of pullbacks. So that is all fine. Everything is still going according to plan. Now, the traditional markets are not doing too bad. Traditional markets are still going sideways and up. So the dump you're seeing right now is not due to traditional markets. So where is the dump coming from? Well, it is mainly at this point Grayscale, and I will show you a couple of other entities as well. But just yesterday, we had Grayscale dump $443 million worth of Bitcoin. And here's the thing. Yesterday was the biggest day of outflows in the history of the Bitcoin ETFs. Why? Well, Grayscale were dumping a lot, but also we didn't see massive inflows for BlackRock. So this was the lowest day for BlackRock inflows, only $75 million, and also $40 million for Fidelity, which is higher than the day before, but still on a pretty low level, okay? So not only are Grayscale dumping, also some of the users using BlackRock and Fidelity have also, well, at the very least, they didn't buy as much as they usually do, okay? So that is where like most of the dumps are coming from, but also let's look at this, guys. So what you see right here is the on-chain miner supply. Basically, how much Bitcoin is the miners holding? And you can see it is at a very low levels, basically the lowest level we have seen since several years. And this means that the Bitcoin that the miners have held previously, where did those Bitcoin go? Well, some of that went to OTC, some of that went into selling. So the miners are, of course, trying to prepare now for the halving. They're selling some Bitcoin, they're hedging, they're doing different things, and that is having a big effect on the market as well. But overall, everything is still looking pretty good. And on the on-chain support metrics, you can see that, let me show you here. So about 805,000 addresses have acquired over 466,000, not dollars, 466,000 Bitcoin at the level between, well, essentially around $61,000. So around this level at 61, we know that there's usually a lot of activity. A lot of people have bought Bitcoin at this point. So that is a big level of support also for Bitcoin. So not only do we have the orange line down here, we also have the on-chain metrics showing us that that we have that support. So that is all fine. Moving on, I want to talk about altcoins. So during the weeks, altcoins are down a lot. It's an absolute bloodbath for altcoins. But let's look at the daily, and you can see that altcoins are actually having a decent bounce. You can see Pepe, Bonk, Phantom is doing absolutely fantastic as well. Now, why are altcoins having such a big, recovery here? Well, first thing, you need to understand also that altcoins had crazy dumps. Some of the altcoins went down 50%. So obviously there's going to be some kind of reaction when it bottoms out. But also look at this, guys. BlackRock are actually using the blockchains now for tokenized investment funds. So this is absolutely insane. So essentially what I think is going to happen here is that they are going to use this on-chain fund, and they're going to use that as tokens for potentially altcoins on the chain. So we don't know how this is going to work, but they have filed for this, and yeah, BlackRock becoming massively involved in crypto right here. Do we want that? Is it good? Is it a bad thing? Well, we will find out. But for us that are early right now, remember, BlackRock is going to give access to crypto to the vast majority of people, just like they did with the spot Bitcoin ETF, okay? The vast majority of people in the world would then have access. Right now, we are still in this little bubble, okay? We're still in this little clique of people, you and me, who have access to crypto and actually understands it. We are willing to learn it. But then when BlackRock just says, okay, you want altcoins, we're going to wrap the top 50 altcoins into one token, and you can buy it on the chain if you want to, but then we're gonna also make a regular fund which you can buy on your favorite stockbroker, and then all of the normies, all of the people out there that are not used to crypto and do not want to put in the work, they can just buy that, and then essentially they are pumping our bags as a result, just like what happened with Bitcoin. So let's see how this plays out, guys, but I am not too worried, guys. If I look at the others chart here, which is the altcoins in general, you can see we have a pullback here for altcoins, and this pullback is 25%, okay? And right now we're sitting at minus 20%. Now, let me show you this, because this is also something I've been talking about previously. Look at this channel right here, and then when we broke out of this channel, we did have a pump. This is altcoins. We did have a pump for altcoins, came down almost back to this level. Now look at this. Since we broke this level, we went up, came back down almost to the same level. So see the similarities, almost to this orange line, almost to this orange line. And then we had a big pump and we had a massive altcoin rally. And it's looking similar to what you saw right here. But even in this rally, and yeah, you already know this if you've been watching my channel. I'm sorry I have to repeat myself for the people that are new to the channel, of course, because this is important, guys. This is very important. So look at this. Even during this massive run, it looks like, and this is when altcoins made those like 50x, 100x, 1000x returns. Even within this, you can see, look at this drop, 32%. Look at this drop, 25%. So you have multiple like 25% drops, and this is on the weekly time frame. You have multiple drops of between 25 to 30% drops in the altcoins as we're going up to much higher prices, right? So keep your eyes on that, guys. What you're seeing right now is not very unusual to what you have seen previously with the same kind of pattern playing out. So that fractal is something that I am paying attention to right now. Overall, be careful also. Make sure to add more margin if you do not want to get liquidated if you are using these trading strategies. All of your trades right now, we are going to see some big volatility. Today also have the FOMC meeting, so there's going to be a lot of volatility in the market. So be prepared for that, guys. But as always, guys, I will continue to show you what I'm doing. I will continue to take you along on this ride here. But overall, I do think we are in a pretty healthy state, to be honest, and I am not too worried. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.